Today's video is in collaboration with Sloth Motion. Go check them out.
I've been holding off from opening these Harry Potter Miniverse capsules, but today is the day. Let's make a background first. I'm using this big piece of polystyrene from packaging measuring 16 by 18 inches. This is very lightweight and is not as sturdy as a foam board, but I wanted to do some recycling. I measure 6 inches from the side. Let's mark it with this marker so we know where to cut. Then I do the same to the other side. Here I drew 2 parallel lines measuring 12 inches each. I'm going to trace this lid between these lines to make an archway. And using a box cutter or X-Acto knife, we're going to cut carefully. This material sheds like crazy, so I remembered I have to be very careful when cutting through. This is what it now looks like, and I'm saving this piece because we will still use this later. Using the hot tip of a glue gun, let's trace an outline around our archway. Then I'm going to draw alternating brick patterns next. And donezo! That did take a while actually. And I also did the same thing for 2 smaller pieces measuring 9 by 16 inches. I got our cutout from earlier, and let's draw a straight line here measuring about 11 inches. And I want to make an archway here, so let's trace half of a capsule. And using our cutter, I'll cut out those shapes. To get this shape, which kind of looks like an inverted anchor. We are not going to need a very thick piece of this, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit. Get clear plastic from packaging, lay over our cut piece, then let's trace it with a washable marker. Flip it over, and then I'm using washable marker. And let's mix it with some clear drying glue. Then just mix, making sure that we're covering our arches. And let's dab on it to give it some texture. Alright, it's nicely covered now. I'll just have to wait for it to dry. While waiting, let's cut strips of black paper. Let's add our strips on our archway. I glue 3 strips horizontally, and for the rest of them, let's have them in crisscross patterns. Let's get our archway, flip it over, put our stained glass piece, secure with tape, flip again, and let's add our inverted archway over here. Let's add small bits of foam here. Let's mix some paint. Going to use white and some black. Let's paint our wall. Then for the archway and this piece in the center, I'm just going to dry brush that a little. Let's also paint our smaller pieces from earlier. Flip one over on the left side and secure the connecting edges with tape. Do the same with the other side. So we have this piece that opens like a book. Let's get a folder and let's cover it with this concrete print contact paper to be our flooring. I cut several pieces of foam board with the following measurements. And I cover all pieces with wood grain contact paper. I got one of our 1-inch strips, glue our 1/2-inch strip on the bottom. I glue on one of the 2 longest pieces, do the same with the other long piece, and glue the rest of the shelves. I spaced my shelves 2 1/4 inches apart, and I left an open section right here. This will be our potion shelf. I got a thick piece of wooden dowel, make a mark at 9 inches, cut, sand, and then I measure 1.5 inches on our leftover. I got 2 pieces and sand. I got 2 smaller pieces of wooden dowel measuring about 1 3/4 inches. Glue our small wooden dowels like so. Repeat, glue on our thicker wooden dowel. Repeat. I got a 5-inch piece popsicle stick, cut in half, and then I will cut this diagonally to make 2 wedges. After repeating that, you should have 4 wedges. Then let's glue it on the base of our wooden dowel. After gluing the wedges, it should look like this. Get 2 bottle caps and glue on our wooden dowels from earlier. Let's mix some brown and gold paint, and let's paint our wooden dowel. I got these cute trinkets from a local craft store, and we could probably use these as shelf clutter, but I don't think we are going to need all that glitter, so let's transfer the glitter somewhere. I got some scrap fabric, cut them up in smaller pieces, stuff it in the bottle, cut a piece of tape, stick on the bottle, then let's wrap a strip of black colored paper around the rim. To make a potion we can put on the shelf as clutter. If you don't have scrap fabric, you can also cut up pieces of a paper bag, bunch it up, and stuff it in the bottle. I cut pieces of foam board with the following measurements. Get one of our 5-inch piece, score down the middle, so you can snap it in half without breaking it. Wrap with wood grain contact paper, and let's also wrap the thinnest piece with wood grain contact paper. And for the 7x7, we will use this concrete contact paper. Once covered, flip it over, get one of our 6-inch strips, and glue at about a 1/4 inch from the edge. Glue one of our legs. To make our table, let's assemble everything. And then there's this. I have these empty mini world capsules that we unboxed several weeks ago. And here's our tea light from our Santorini video. Let's put it in here and close. Perfect. We have to have 2. So we have a lamp. And let's put our potions on the shelf from earlier. And our table. There's still a lot of empty space on that shelf over there. Well, there's nothing on the shelf. It's time to open our minis. I had to make a little adjustment with the lighting here so it looks a little bit more dramatic, cause you know, we love being extra. I'm so excited to see whatever is in this. So this is the Harry Potter Miniverse Make It Mini Potions. On the capsule it says there's 15 potions to collect, and you can see some pictures of what you might get inside. Unlike the other Miniverse capsules I've had before, there's really no way for us to know whatever is inside except when we open it, so let's go. And of course, this Harry Potter unboxing is not going to be complete without Harry himself. So let's have him stand over here while we open our potions. Okay, let's set these things on our table. Alright, so we have this little thing here with an attachment. And from the videos I've seen, I think this is a table that we need to put in here. It's a choice whether you want to do this with the legs inside the capsule or outside. But easiest way is taking it out first. Okay, so I'm not sure what exactly we have, but we got this thing that looks like a key, and then bag number 1, bag number 2, bag number 3, bag number 4, bag number 5, and bag number 6. So this capsule comes with the instruction sheet and this little booklet over here, and I believe it tells us what we got. This is a hellebore syrup. Here on the back you can see a list of the potions that we might get, and it looks like there are 2 rare items here. Actually, 1 rare, 1 ultra rare, and 1 limited edition. And based on our guide, this is what we got. I was really hoping that we get either the Polyjuice potion or Skelegro, but we still have 4 after this, so we'll see what we'll find. Bag number 1. Okay, so we got the funnel and the cork. It's an attachment actually for the capsule. So you can turn it into some sort of a flask. Pretty cool. Bag number 2, we have this little, looks like a carrier. And the paper it's wrapped in looks like a school bulletin. You know, I'm going to keep this. Bag number 3. Okay, we got this little container. It's a light blue powder. I think this is mica powder. In the same bag, we also have little gemstone looking things. This is bag number 4. No, wait. I think this is bag number 5. Yeah, this is bag number 4. Okay, we have tongs and a ladle. This is bag number 5. It's a transparent jar. This is not glass, but this is plastic. And there's also this jar cover. And lastly, the cauldron. This is the coolest piece in all of the capsules. I think all of the resins come in this packaging. There's a warning sign here that says, well, it doesn't say it, just shows it. This is not to be eaten, it's not edible. And there are further instructions in here. Yep, if this is your first time using resin, you have to read these instructions very carefully. All right, we're not gonna need this anymore, so let's take it off. Let's set our table on our table. And let's get working. So this page looks like it's a checklist of the things we are getting from this capsule. First instruction, we need to pour the mica powder into our cauldron. Step 2, pour the gemstones. Step 3 is mix, and then we pour it into our bottle. Okay, I think this is good to go. Oh my god, this looks so magical. And then instruction sheet says you need to leave it in the sun for 5 to 10 minutes. Well, we're not doing that because we can use our UV flashlight from many brands. While waiting, let's open our second. Okay, now that we're done with this, I can put it here on the shelf. And I'll just leave it like this. Second capsule. Oh, okay, we got something different. Put these bags here to the side and the table here. I'll start opening the baggies with the newspaper wrap. All right, our cauldron, we don't need this instruction. We've read that earlier. Okay, this is, ooh, a stand. Okay, and that wrapper is this thing that looks like a little pot. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like a pot to me. Okay, this is also a plastic. Earlier I thought this was oh my god, is this? Wait a minute. This one. Okay, I got excited. This is the Amorentia or love potion, I think. That was so cool. Okay, fourth bag. Okay, we got our tongs and we got a spoon. Next bag. Okay, this is another jar of mica, looks pearlescent. And we have pink sequins here. I think these are sequins. No. They look like sequins, but they're definitely not, because I think these are soluble in resin. We'll find out. And our last bag is... Okay, I need to remember this for future capsules. The blue one has the cap for our flask and the funnel. First step, okay, so that's the mica powder. We'll have to pour that into our resin. Okay, I'm gonna pour everything in everything. And then next step, we'll put some sequins in it, stir, and transfer. Okay, I kind of don't want to scrimp on that, so I'm putting a lot. I'll probably just leave a couple pieces. Okay, let's give it a stir.
And looking at the pictures.
And let's transfer. I think it needs some help. Come out. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I don't like leftovers in my cauldron. Step 5 is also the same as earlier. We just have to leave it under our UV light. Speaking of which, I think our first one's already dry. Probably took a little over an hour before this actually hardened. Okay, our last step here, we're gonna have to put the lid back, wrap that string with a key around it, and use a sticker as a label. Okay, let's take off this thing. Wrap around, tie the knot, put the lid, peel the sticker, add as label, and here is our hellebore syrup. Let's do the same for our love potion. By the way, before I forget, here's some size comparison. You can see that the little bottles where the ingredients came in are actually a good size for our doll. The cauldron and the pot are also a good size, but the potions themselves look a little bit too big for our doll. We still have 3 capsules remaining, and I really want to open them right now, but I'll reserve them for our next video. And next time, Harry is going to be with his friends. Thank you for joining us in making our DIY potion room and making our mini potions. Give us a like, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. We'll see you next time.